Heartbreaker by Claudia Dey. Read for you by Jorjeana Marie, Claudia Dey, and Macleod Andrews.
In love, there is no because. Alice Notley, In the Pines.
Part 1. Girl. This is what I know. She left last night. My mother, Billie Jean Fontaine, stood in our front hallway with a stale cigarette in one hand and her truck keys in the other. The light in our hallway was broken or dying, so it flickered above her head, throwing shadows across her face. I don't know how long she was standing there watching me. I was only feet away on the couch in my night pants, trying to arrange my body like the woman in that Whitesnake video. It was not going well. The television was on, and I had our telephone receiver pressed hard against my left ear. My ear had gone numb listening to Lana on the other end, breathing heavily, which made me picture unfairly Lana's dog, a dog unlike our dog of low intelligence. Together, in silence, we watched Teen Psychic. The show was already at the love line, making it close to 7 o'clock, and 1985, and late October. Teen Stewardess was on next, and for this I felt deep excitement. I had my outerwear smoothed flat on my lap. With a black permanent marker, I was filling in the cap letters I had written across the back. I would debut and copyright these later at the bonfire. Note there is no such thing as permanent, especially in a marker you find in a snowdrift. I also found my camo outerwear in said snowdrift, the snowdrift that borders the North Highway outside Neon Dean's pink bungalow, which on free day can be a bonanza. A few other things to keep in mind at this moment. I had almost $100 in small denominations hidden inside the album covers in my bedroom. 12 jerry cans of gasoline stashed in the woods behind our house. Hair to my tailbone I had recently tried to self-feather, and my mother had not come downstairs for 2 months. I'm going into town. My mother spoke this astonishing sentence, not to me, but to the cold air around me. She had not left our bungalow since the end of July, and it was now almost 3 months later. Winter had set in. Outside, the trees were skeletal, and the hunters were urinating on their hands to warm them. The men called this dicking the hands. I dicked my hands to turn my keys. Same. Dicked my hands right there on my front porch. Same. Had to dick my hands to cock my rifle. This was the kind of talk you might hear if you went into Drink Mart for some homemade alcohol. There, under a half-busted chandelier, listening to Air Supply, the men of the territory gathered to clean their rifles with their wives' old tan pantyhose, while being stared at by a wall covered with the beautiful heads of our animals. Air Supply. A band name none of us wanted to read into. I joined my mother in the hallway. I had not seen her upright for weeks, and now looked down at her scalp, the hair broken in places. Beauty. What is beauty? Beauty is cheap. Beauty is common. Beauty is luck. My father, the heavy, known for many things but mostly his severe facial issues, loved to say when he first laid eyes on my mother, it was not like the stories you hear about beauty. A man struck down by a woman's beauty, taken by a woman.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?